So this is a collective message. Remember, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And let's see what Spirit wants to talk about. Let's see what Spirit wants to talk about today. Hope you guys are having a happy Sunday. All right, so we got deep sea diving, way of mystic learning through experience, depths. As well as Atlantis, keep the big vision, stay aligned as you grow. You know, this is interesting that these cards came out, right? Because what I was hearing Spirit say earlier today is that spirituality isn't just kind of like a one and done thing. It's literally like a way of life. So the practices and things that you're doing is things that you're meant to continue to move forward with, and it's going to help elevate your life. Like, it's going to be like a routine. It's like a continuous thought process that's going to shift your life, your mindset, and help elevate you. And I feel like this is significant because I feel like with deep sea diving, some of you may feel like you're drowning in emotions, you're drowning in a situation. But Spirit is saying you need to learn through the experience. So the information that you've gained and the wisdom and knowledge that you've learned, it's not just meant for you to get out of that situation in that particular moment. These practices are something you're meant to utilize and, use throughout your life. So I feel like if you're somebody that's, whatever your spiritual practice is, whatever your practice is that connects you with God, you need to continue to be more grounded in your faith and grounded in your practice, because that's what's going to help you get out of this energy where you feel like you're drowning, because it just feels like somebody feels like giving up. And Spirit is saying you're learning through your experience and with the experience that you're learning is helping you elevate. Because this is interesting, right? Like, she's swimming. Like, it looks like she's underwater, but it's like, look at the bottom of the ocean floor. It looks like the galaxy. So it's like where you may feel like you're drowning, you're really elevating, right? Because when you elevate and you get through another lesson and you move forward, low vibrational energies, people, they're going to try even harder to suppress you. So they're going to they're going to try to put you in a position where, okay, well, this isn't making this person not move forward, so I'm going to try something else, or I'm going to do it even more harder or whatever. But it's like all it's doing is helping you elevate into your higher self. All it's doing is thrusting you into a portal where you're shifting timelines. But it's like you have to learn the lessons, and that's the reason why Spirit is saying with Atlantis, keep the big vision, stay aligned as you grow. That's the reason why it's important, like, as you go through these lessons, stay in alignment with your purpose. Stay in alignment with your destiny. Stay in alignment with your truest self, because that is your protection. And no one can knock you out of alignment. And I'm not saying don't acknowledge your emotions, because that's a normal thing. You got to acknowledge your emotions. You got to know specifically what is going on with you in order to alchemize it and move forward. Yeah, wishing well, unexpected gifts, kindness, and karmic jewels, and make waves, momentum is building. It is your time. Achievements. So there is a shift that's occurring where there's going to be things that comes into alignment for you. And that's the reason why Spirit is saying continue to like have faith, because everything that you're experiencing is really helping you be in alignment with your destiny, your purpose, your blessings. Yeah, and leading you to your freedom. The sirens, use your voice, expansion and freedom. All of this is helping you free yourself. You're elevating. It may not feel like that, but you're elevating. When you learn certain lessons, that's you passing that grade and moving to the next grade. That's what it is. Literally taking you through a death and rebirth. But there's multiple layers of things that you may need to change with yourself. Let me see what else Spirit wants to say about that. Yeah, you need to have faith and trust. And I feel like something is trying to prevent me from speaking. That's the reason why it's coming out the way it is. Yeah. The world with the Ace of Wands. You got a new beginning coming, but you got to continue to stay the course. You got to have faith in yourself. Stay grounded. Don't hold on to conflict and chaos, because you holding on to conflict and chaos, that is what is going to deter you. That is what's going to take you off of your path. That's the reason why you got to release things that don't serve you, including chaotic thought. You know, it's not just chaotic people. It's not just a chaotic job. It's also your mindset and how you perceive, how you see things, right? So if you choose, it's like everybody has free will. So with your free will, you have the option to either say, okay, this is a sucky situation, but I'm going to see this as a moment of growth. You have that option, or you have another option to kind of have self-pity and waddle or sink into what you're experiencing at this time. And that's the reason why Spirit is saying, don't see this as a situation where you can learn from. And you seeing it and even having gratitude for what you're experiencing is going to help you break free from whatever is trying to bind and keep you stuck. Things are never as bad as it appears to be. That's what I'm also hearing Spirit say. See it from a higher perspective. See it from a different perspective. Yeah, you're really planting seeds and growing your manifestations. Even if it may not seem like it, you are. Some things start off with the spirit and then it manifests into the physical. And I feel like this is significant. And that's why Spirit is saying continue to have hope and continue to see the bigger picture. Because by you doing those things, you're moving forward. And what I'm also hearing Spirit say is that peaks and valleys, even the changing of seasons, like life isn't perfect, right? Perfection isn't necessarily something that I would say it truly do exist, because perfection really is in the eyes of the beholder. But what Spirit is saying is that continue to have faith and also be realistic. Every day is not going to be peachy cream. Even when you get where you want to be, everything is not going to be perfect. You may have the house, the car, the husband, the wife, the money, but they may be something that you're just not, you just may be in a rut one day. So these lessons that you're learning is helping you prepare for those situations, so it doesn't turn into something catastrophic where you lose everything that you work so hard to get. So you're learning to control your emotions. You're learning how to alchemize your emotions. You're learning the importance of setting boundaries, understanding yourself. There's a lot of lessons that you're learning about self. So when you reach that level that you want to go and you're in that mood, you're not causing chaos or being accepting of somebody else's chaos because of the lessons that you have already learned. So that's the reason why Spirit is saying that you got to shift your perspective, because it's just like I was saying in a video before. Will Smith said that people who I guess necessarily don't feel like they have everything they want, they call it rock bottom. But you can have everything financially and you can be at cliff top. And then when you at cliff top and you fall over, it leads to rock bottom. So all of this is significant. But shift your perspective. Shift your perspective and continue to have faith and strength in the process. There are cycles that's closing out. And I feel like the cycle that's closing out is you. It's something about strength. You not seeing your power. And you, what you're closing a cycle out on is you believing that you don't have the power to change your reality, the power to shift your mindset, the power to create the life that you want to have, mind, body, and spirit. That's what you're closing a cycle out on. So I hope this helps. And you guys have a great day.